Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Sid. I'm doing something a little different today. I'm going to let y'all come along with me as I get ready. My Instagram page is looking a little bland, so I thought I would get dressed today, do a little makeup. So I thought I would bring y'all along and do like a quick little, well, it's not gonna be quick enough, get ready with me, because I kind of took my time. My makeup is done. As you can see, I'm already halfway dressed, so y'all stay tuned. So y'all, let's get into this video. This is my first ever voiceover, so please bear with me. So I thought I'd do like a recap of my 2022 and my mental state and how I have overcome where I've been. So first and foremost, I cannot believe I'm saying this out loud, but I am single and have been single since July of this year, and it has been the toughest transition that I have ever thought I would deal with in my adulthood, because for a long time I never took time to truly be single. I was either always talking to someone or was in a serious relationship, hence my son, right? And so when I ended up being single in July, it took such a toll on me, because I viewed singleness almost like a curse. Like, if you're single, you are doomed, especially at the age of 29, and going on 30 and entering into this dating pool. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not trying to date. I got a kid. I'm not trying to start over. Like, all of these things were running through my mind. And I just felt like a major failure, because this is my second long-term relationship, I will say, in my adulthood. So, the second into my adulthood. So it was a lot. And after that, I ended up being depressed, dealing with so much anxiety. And it's so crazy because a few days before the breakup happened, I ended up, signing up for therapy. Something I had been wanting to do for such a long time, but I had started that journey and it just came at the right time. So I was in therapy, just dealing with all my life's issues, just trying to get back to, or not even back, just to try to find who the heck is Sydney outside of a relationship. And so I was just so broken afterwards, because I had moved to another state, away from family, with my son, and just trying to figure out life and what that would look like as a single mom. That scared the mess out of me. And I think that was the biggest thing. I never wanted to parent alone, or ever feel like I'm alone in parenting, or have just be raised by a single mom. I had all of these stereotypes running through my mind. I had a lot of thoughts of failure running through my mind at that time. And even before recording this video, I just felt my mood shift, because I was going through my journal and reflecting on how far I've come, and those feelings that I felt began to flood back, and all of that stuff, because I have overcome so many of that, and I've conquered so many of those feelings. But diving back in and trying to open up about it kind of freaked me out too. So but in the midst of that, I was dealing with suicidal thoughts. The week after, I just didn't want to live anymore. Josiah was still with his dad at the time, so I just felt so alone. I was just there's no need. I might as well leave Josiah where he is. And I was just so done. And maybe a week later, it was almost like the Band-Aid was ripped all over again. It was like we had broken up all over again. And that day, I just felt myself break. I just went completely black, and I actually broke my hand. I went into my room. I remember falling to my knees and punching the floor as hard as I could. And when I did that, they called it a boxer fracture because I broke the fifth metacarpal. So basically the bone right on the knuckle of the pinky. And so from July all the way to September, I had a cast on. I was in therapy. And every day I would journal and just beg God to I wrote in, this was August 22nd. I said, God, tonight, I want to lay my desires at your feet. And I just lay them here with you. Like every day I just remember asking God, like, God, just lay with me, please. I just don't know what else to do. I was in so much pain. I was in physical pain. I was in emotional pain because, like I said, I viewed, like, when you begin to think that relationships are all who you are and you don't know who you are outside of that, when you lose that aspect of yourself, it's like, what do you do? And I just felt so lost. I remember going to work and barely holding on, literally barely holding on. And I would try my hardest to fight back tears. And I'm working with children and they're so like loving and cuddling and like they're giving me hugs. It's almost like they could sense the emotional feeling of being overwhelmed. Like every time I went to the bathroom, I was in the bathroom trying not to break down. And I would bring my journal, another journal with me, small enough to fit into my work bag. And every time I had a break or every time I went on break and the kids went to sleep, I would take the time and journal out my thoughts. Anytime I thought about like anything other than God, I was like, God, I'm just gonna pretend like you are who I'm dating right now. Like, and I just began to date God. Anytime I thought about texting anyone else and just being emotional, I would just act as if I'm texting God as I was writing in my journal because I'm like, I didn't know what else to do. And fast forward to now, or fast forward to, was it November 1? I believe it was, November 1. Physical therapy had stopped. October 31st, I had completed mental therapy. So from July to the end of October, I went through therapy and it was just the best thing that I could have ever done for myself, because not being able to talk to somebody in a non-biased view of your relationship, non-biased view of you because they don't know you, like it was just a eye-opener for me, and how open I can be with myself, how vulnerable I was able to be, crying, laughing, whatever the emotion I had to deal with, like I just poured it out, I laid it out, and God showed me so much of who I am, like even outside of being a mom, like Sydney, you are that girl. Like God had to remind me, and God showed me over and over again of how precious I am. I began to hear the voice of God more clearly because every day all I could do was lean on God. I would lean on his word. And while I was in that state of depression, I remember looking back into my journal and I was in the book of Job because that's who I related to so heavily. So in July, that whole month or the rest of that month and into August, I was in the book of Job, literally lamenting with Job and how he had lost everything. And I was like underlining in my Bible, like, Lord, this is exactly how I feel. I feel like Job, because his friends were telling him, maybe it's something that you did. Maybe it was something that you did that is causing this to happen to you. But that's not the case. Sometimes things in your life needs to be stripped away just for you to get back to the feet of Jesus. Because if that would have never happened, if I would have never broke my hand, if none of this would have happened, I would not have found me. I would not have found my identity. I would not have found my purpose or began walking in what God truly had for me. That time just... It's so crazy that I'm even talking about it, because I even prayed before I started this video and I asked God, I said, Lord, should I even talk about this? But my emotions tonight only confirmed that I needed to let it out, because I've learned too that I was so bottled up for years, and a lot of my relationship, I was so closed off, unwilling to express how much or any of my true emotions. All of them were so suppressed because I was afraid of them. I never knew how to feel them, but now I give my emotions back to God, because He's the creator of these emotions, and I bring them right to His feet, and I say, Lord, this is how I'm feeling right now, and I vent it out. I get into my word, and then it's almost like I feel so much better. I was listening today to K-Love Radio, and the guy had said on there, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And the way he said it, he was like, when we begin to bring joy to God, when we do things that makes God smile, when we do things that honor God, that's when our strength begins to kick in. And I don't know why for so long I looked at that verse or that phrase and said, like, when we do things that brings joy to ourselves, that's when our strength begins to kick in. But no, it's what we do to honor God. When we magnify God and take the focus off of our situation, that's all I could do for those months. For months and months, that's all I could do, because in depression, I was seeking so many outs from even from my thoughts. I was trying to escape. I would take drives at night, and I don't even like to do that. I don't even like to go out at night, but I was taking drives at night, parking in parking lots. One night I got so drunk, and I remember standing in front of my bedroom mirror, and we live on the 3rd floor, and all I could think was, if I just jump, like, all of this will be good. Like, all would be okay. But I'm so glad. I could literally cry. I'm so glad that Jesus kept my mind through that. And that's why I will forever worship, forever praise the name of God, no matter what, no matter who leaves, no matter who stays, no matter what situation or circumstance happens in my life. I just know that I'm going to forever serve God, because through all of that, He kept my mind. Through all of that, He kept me. Even in self-harm, even in contemplating death, even in all of that, He knew there was something down on the inside of me. And I can't help but be forever grateful for this journey. Though it's painful, healing is not a beautiful journey like people post on Instagram or TikTok when they say they're healing and they're basking in the sun and they're, or they may be like sitting in their car and they're shedding one tear. No, healing is ugly. It's brutal. It's ugly crying. It's laying in your bed. It's not eating for weeks. It's laying prostrate. It's worship. It's dance. Some days it's smiling. It's such an up and down, ebb and flow type of journey. But once you get to the other side of it, it's definitely one beautiful thing. It's nothing like I've ever experienced. Getting to know myself, getting to know what I like, dressing how I desire to dress, because I'm not trying to impress nobody but my daggone self, keeping my nails done, keeping my hair nice. Like, it's just been keeping my room in order. Like, I don't know, it's just this newer version of me. I like order. I like to see cleanliness. I like to dress myself even if I'm not going anywhere. Like, it's just this newfound love for me. When you begin to love God, you begin to love yourself even more. And when I tell you that God has really been speaking so heavily to me, I never thought in a million years that I will actually hear from the Lord as often as I hear from Him after getting in my word every day. Like, it is a beautiful thing. The Bible has never been so alive to me. I don't know if it's just like the pit really brings out this beautiful person in you, because you have to go down deep. When you're planted, you have to be pushed deep into the dirt in order to blossom up. You have to be pushed down first. You have to be, if you're a diamond, you have to be put under so much pressure before this precious thing emerges. And that's exactly how my journey felt. It felt like I was pushed down so daggone deep. I couldn't see out of it. And to be on the other side and talking about it, my God in heaven, I can't believe how far he's brought me. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was so much fun to kind of do my makeup and get dressed for today. I've had that outfit for a little while now. Literally, the scarf I got as a Christmas gift over 3 years ago, and that white jumper I had in my closet forever, never even touched it. So I was like, let me try to PCR this outfit. I got the inspiration of it from either TikTok or Instagram. I saw the girl, she had on like dress pants and a bodysuit white shirt. I think it was more of a turtleneck, but then I thought about that outfit that I had in the closet and that scarf. I was like, let me see if this is cute. But I hope y'all enjoyed, because I had so much fun making that. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified when I make another video.